Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for your presence here today. Let's play a game called Empty Room. So the goal of this game is to let us have a direct experience of emptiness, of who we are. So imagine we are going to meet each other, and I'm waiting you in a room. Suppose you're going to walk to the room, lock the door, and enter, and we meet in kind of silent way. So, but before, traditionally, before you enter a room, perhaps you leave your shoes outside of the door. Beside beside this, I invite you to leave everything outside the door before you come into the room, which means you leave your stories, your memory, your thoughts, your emotions and feelings, your descriptions of who you are, everything you can put aside. You can leave just for a couple of minutes. Your relationships, your role in the society, your job, everything empty, empty, empty. Empty them all. It's like you put them all in a bag and tie it up and leave it at doorway. And before you leaving this room, you can pick it up. I'm sure you can pick it back to you. But for this moment, just put everything aside for a couple of minutes. So when you're ready, you can enter the room. I give you a couple of seconds to do that, to prepare. Now please come in. If you really leave everything out a doorway, I mean your personal story, your education, your relationship, your memory, your description for anything, your expectation for the future, and really packed in tight in a bag, which you will pick it up again for sure. If you really have that done, who are you now? You may say, I'm this body. If you could, I suggest to you leave this body at the entrance too. It's like you enter this room totally naked. I mean, mentally and physically. So if you can also put aside your body sensations outside of a door, who are you now? Who is listening? My voice. Can you feel the sense of I am? The sense of I exist. Your presence. Without any contents of your story, memory, relationship, and so on. If you do feel this sense of I am, that you are conscious of the consciousness itself. This is the direct experience of enlightenment. Allow me use that word. The awareness is aware of itself now. Your surroundings, external, internal, thoughts, emotions may be still there, but you're not pay attention to them anymore. Because now your attention is on the awareness itself. For most of people, our attention goes outward to the object we see, we hear, we taste, we touch, and so on. But now, if you shift your attention to the awareness, because you're aware of all the contents, objects, not only externally, but also your thoughts, perspectives, inner images, and so on. internally, but you're not interested in how to say interested in them anymore. Just and you have that power. And look at the consciousness you itself. This shift, easy but most fundamental shift, is the realization of who you are. It's like a fish. Notice the water. If you ask a fish, where is water? Or what is water? Maybe the fish will miss or cannot catch you. Where's water? Because he sees only objects like seagrass, other animals, sea animals. But everything he sees is in the water. Similarly, that everything we perceiving is arise from you, the awareness or pure consciousness. But now if you notice, have a glimpse or taste of awareness itself, you can shift your attention from object consciousness to space consciousness, if I can use. You are the space, which contains all the objects outside of you, like a table, computer, trees, grasses, and inside of you, thoughts, emotions, perspectives, imaginations. You notice and perceiving them all at the same time. I call this kind of state of being is like space consciousness. If you can, how to say, enter this empty room, a room actually without any walls, windows, ceilings, is transparent. Actually, there's no walls, doors, of ceilings, windows. It's transparent, it's clear, and it's infinite big, and at the same time, infinite small. As pure awareness, does it has any size, big or small? As pure awareness, does it have any color, black, white, red or green? As pure awareness now, is it gentleman or lady? Is it heavy or light? Does it has a location? It's here, here, there, a bit far away, or very far away? If you really catch me, no words can describe it. The most close word to describe it is emptiness, but even don't attach to the emptiness. Just be. Emptiness is just a word pointing to your self-realization. If this self-realization is reached, the emptiness now, emptiness is the core teaching of Buddhism. If you realize it, the word in the sutras, in the heart sutras, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. You understand it experientially and existentially. It's become your realization instead of one word in the sutra. That shift is a quantum leap of your understanding. And if you really understand this word, congratulations. You're having a taste now of what is reality, what is truth. The never changing awareness in which all the experiences and appearances arise, develop, and disappear. Again, the whole path of awakening is first to recognize your true state of being, pure consciousness. Then be familiar with this state of consciousness. Stabilize this realization. In this process, you are more confident. You are more familiar with this state of being. You become more confident. There's nothing can shake you, actually. All the phenomena in your world, in your consciousness, contains no power over you if you don't pay attention to them. Any memory, stories, thoughts, emotions, if you don't pay attention to them, they will eventually disappear. The very attention and interest and intention that you put on the transient phenomenon give all these phenomena a sense of existence. Actually, they don't exist. It's your projection, description, illusion. The true self is your pure awareness. If you can recognize it, stabilize it, be familiar with it, and become it eventually, and wisdom will arise. unconditional love, compassion, stability, inner strength, power, clarity, intelligence will follow you, as well as the health, wealth, happiness, and self-accomplishment will follow you, because now you are at the source of everything, a source with infinite information, data, matter, and love. You are now at the arm of God, in the cradle of Mother Universe. You are the source. You become the source. Everything, anything you can imagine, you can put a word on. That's the empty, the game of emptiness. I think that's all for today. Before you leave the door, before you leave this room, at doorway, you can pick up all your memories, personal stories, relationships, emotions, feelings, your understanding of this world back to you. But while you pick it up all back to you, just have a sense of who is perceiving and experiencing. You may still have that sense of I am. That's very important. So the sense of I am could be infused or immersed into every aspects of your life. The awareness is the thread that connects every picture, every activity, every movement of your life. It's like a mala, a thread connects 108 beings at this little small roundish being. It's our awareness that connects past, now, and the future, in which every activity of words, behavior, and mental activities happens and disappears. That's called awakening. That's called enlightenment. Thank you. That's all for today. Enjoy your day. Bye now.